So, a friend recently asked me, do you actually walk 10,000 steps a day? And the answer is yes. So, I have days where I walk a little bit less than 10,000 steps. There are days when I walk a little bit more, but on average, if you look at my weekly or monthly step count, I am walking consistently about 10,000 steps a day. So, the real question is, how do I do that? So, in today's video, I'm breaking down the simple things that I do to stay consistent with movement, even when I'm tired, busy, or if it's freezing outside. Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm a holistic nutritionist and longevity coach. So, you might think of walking as just walking, but it's actually one of the most underrated tools for feeling better, aging better, and even living longer. So, let's break down some of the benefits. So, walking gets your blood flowing and delivers more oxygen to your brain and muscles, which means more natural energy without relying on caffeine. It helps regulate cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and boosts endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that naturally lift up your mood. A short walk after meals has actually been shown to stabilize blood sugar, which can prevent that tired post-meal crash that you might feel or that sugar spike, especially helpful in midlife or older when insulin sensitivity can decline. Studies also show that regular walking is linked to a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, dementia, and even certain cancers. It keeps your brain sharp by increasing blood flow to the brain, supporting memory, focus, and long-term cognitive health. It's also an incredible mental health tool. It reduces anxiety and symptoms of depression, especially when done in nature or sunlight. Another great benefit is that walking actually lowers chronic inflammation markers in the body, which are tied to nearly every modern disease from diabetes to Alzheimer's. While it may not burn as many calories as intense workouts, walking supports a healthy metabolism, reduces belly fat, and prevents the cycle of sedentary weight gain. And bonus, the consistency of walking makes it easier to stick to than punishing workouts, which means better long-term results. So let's get into my daily walking routine. So the first thing I do is I'll wake up. I try to wake up earlier. I hydrate. I have a smoothie or some light breakfast, and then I get right into my workout. If it's a resistance day, I will do my resistance workout. I usually do resistance about 3 to 4 times a week, and then I walk. So the days that are recovery days, those are the days that I primarily either just walk or I'll do a little bit of yoga or Pilates. But my primary recovery movement is walking. So I basically front load my steps. So I try to walk as many steps as I can in the morning. So it all obviously depends on how much time I have and how early I wake up. But if I front load my steps by noon, I'll try to get like 5 to 6,000 steps if possible. It makes the rest of the day a lot easier. The other thing that I do is walking after meals. So I'll try to walk even 5 to 10 minutes after lunch or dinner. And that actually helps with digestion, blood sugar balance, like I said earlier, and for that post meal crash that you might feel of just kind of being tired, this actually helps reduce that. The other thing that I do is I try to walk while I'm working. So I have a standing desk set up with a walking pad. A walking pad is basically a compact, small treadmill. And so I'll walk while I'm working, and it may be at a slow speed, but over the course of the day, the steps do tend to add up. So that could be while I'm on a Zoom call, or if I'm just doing some light work, it actually works really, really well. And I've gotten used to working while I'm walking, and I actually find that I have a lot more focus when I am doing that. So, what about those days when motivation is low? So, it could be maybe it's winter, maybe it is a day that I'm just not feeling like moving that much. Here are some things that I do to increase my step count so I'm still reaching my goal. So, one of the things that I might do is I'll start walking in place while watching TV, or I'll get on the walking pad and walk on there while I'm watching TV. So, the time just goes by a lot faster. There are a lot of actually fun walking videos that are made so that you can increase your step count. And a couple of other things that make the time go by a lot faster are listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, listen to your favorite music. It makes the time go by faster and it doesn't feel like work. Movement doesn't have to be intense to count. So, a few other things that you can try, walking while cooking. So, let's say that you have something simmering on the stove or you've just put something into the oven and you have a few minutes. That's the perfect time to maybe walk around your kitchen. You can walk around your living room or your apartment or house. You can also brush your teeth and walk at the same time. You can also walk while you're on a phone call. That's the perfect time to walk because you are not really thinking about the movement aspect of it. Stacking your steps with things that you're already doing makes the time go by faster. And then over time, you start becoming more mindful that whenever you're doing something else, maybe you can incorporate some walking in too. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about awareness and stacking small wins. So over time, it becomes second nature. And I don't even think about it that much anymore. It's just a part of how I live. So whether you're at 2,000 steps and you want to get to 4,000 steps, I hope that these tips that I've mentioned will help you. These are things that I do in my life. And I wanted to share today. So comment below and tell me your favorite way to sneak in steps. I would love to hear from you. And if you're ready to boost your energy and build healthy habits that stick, check out my free 7-day longevity reset linked below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.